Hello everyone, back again with movie and tune recap. Today, I'm going to explain an American psychological horror film from 2018, titled Delirium. Spoilers ahead, so watch out and take care. After a final session with his psychiatrist, Tom Walker is released from a mental institution. During the session, they discuss his struggles and the recent death of his father, and Tom is prescribed medication to help manage his condition. He is then driven back to the empty mansion he inherited from his wealthy father, where he is placed under house arrest. To avoid being sent back to the institution, Tom must check in via video call every day for 30 days. His parole officer, Brody, explains the rules and expresses distrust toward Tom, hinting at a violent crime Tom and his older brother committed as children. Soon after settling in, Tom begins experiencing disturbing hallucinations of his disfigured father, whose mauled body was discovered shortly before, and his father's dog. Strange noises echo through the house, and Tom receives eerie phone calls from an unidentified person speaking in a distorted voice. Despite this, Tom tries to make himself comfortable. He unpacks his childhood belongings and sets up his old room as his sleeping space. The next morning, while preparing breakfast, Tom realizes he is out of cereal, so he orders groceries from a local market. Shortly after, a delivery woman named Lynn arrives with his order, and the two develop an instant mutual interest in each other. Hearing strange noises coming from the walls, Tom investigates and discovers a hidden tunnel in his father's office. The tunnel provides access to peepholes scattered around the house, allowing someone to secretly observe every room, and suddenly, something unsettling happens. Disturbed by his recurring visions, he calls Brody for help, and when Brody arrives, she checks on Tom, and the two share a tense conversation. Misinterpreting the situation, Brody kisses him, and when Tom rejects her, she reacts angrily, attacking him and taking his medication before storming out of the house. Now without his pills, Tom struggles to manage his hallucinations and begins drinking to cope, and later that day, while swimming in his indoor pool, Tom has a terrifying vision of a girl being drowned and a glimpse of his father. Tom barely escapes the water as the automated pool cover inexplicably closes on its own, nearly trapping him, and afterward, Tom investigates the pool's control panel and discovers a jar containing a severed tongue. He questions whether this is yet another hallucination or something real. Later, Tom watches an old home movie, only for it to abruptly switch to disturbing footage of a woman with a box padlocked around her head before the TV went off. Tom begins hearing strange noises again and follows a vision of his father, which leads him to a bedroom. There, he discovers a hidden video camera concealed behind a two-way mirror, and before he can process this unsettling find, something unexpected and disturbing happens. That night, Tom becomes aware of an intruder in the house and panicked, he quickly hides in the secret tunnel in his father's office. However, the intruder is revealed to be his older brother, Alex, who has escaped from prison. Alex wastes no time resuming his old habit of tormenting Tom, using psychological manipulation to unnerve him. Struggling with the effects of being off his medication, Tom initially dismisses Alex's presence as a hallucination, believing it to be another side effect of his deteriorating mental state. After answering the video phone when it rings, Tom notices that Alex is nowhere to be found in the house, and assuming Alex has left, Tom tries to put the encounter behind him and goes to bed. However, the next morning, he wakes to find the house trashed, which was done by Alex because he has been searching for hidden money their father may have left behind. Tom also makes a disturbing discovery. The eyes from his childhood puppy toy have been removed and placed in the frame of his father's portrait, and suddenly, Alex startles him from behind. Later, Lynn calls, and Tom asks her to bring replacement medication from her market's pharmacy, which she agrees and soon arrives at the mansion. Once inside, she notices a sketch Tom has drawn of her, which surprises her, and before handing him the medication, she confronts him with a newspaper article about his involvement in a teenage girl's murder and demands an explanation. Tom hesitates but eventually recounts the story. As teenagers, Tom had a crush on a girl at school, but she humiliated him in front of others. Hurt and angry, Tom confided in Alex, who decided to teach her a lesson. The brothers scared the girl as a prank, but when she retaliated, Alex lost control. He handcuffed Tom and forced him to watch as he drowned the girl. Later, Alex killed another girl, which led to his imprisonment, and Tom, who is traumatized, was sent to a mental institution. The shame and grief tore their family apart, leading to their mother's disappearance, and after finishing his story, Tom, who is overwhelmed with guilt and frustration, tells Lynn to leave. In his search for clues about their father's hidden money, Alex shows Tom a video recorded by their father, Efren, 5 days before his suicide. In the video, Efren, who is clearly drunk and remorseful, apologizes for his failures as a father, and he cryptically mentions how their mother left the family after the verdicts in Alex's trial and disappeared, leaving them to fend for themselves. When the video ends, tensions escalate, and the brothers begin arguing, and in a fit of rage, Alex grabs Tom and throws him into the pool. As Tom struggles to climb out, Alex grabs him and starts to drown him. Tom experiences a horrifying vision of Efren's corpse pulling his leg, and terrified, Tom manages to break free and escape the pool, but finds no sign of Alex anywhere. Later, Brody drops by unexpectedly and is shocked to see the house in complete disarray. She assumes Tom's mental state is deteriorating and leaves to retrieve the confiscated pills from her home. That night, noticing that Alex's bike is gone and there's no sign of his presence, Tom assumes Alex has left for good, bringing him a sense of relief. Shortly after, Lynn visits again, and tells Tom that she doesn't blame him for his past and understands his struggles with mental illness. She shares her own experience of self-harm after being bullied and exploited in school. This vulnerability brings them closer, and they share a tender kiss. While Lynn excuses herself to use the bathroom, Tom, who is feeling more stable, revisits the pool's control panel, and he finds the jar containing the severed tongue still there. In frustration, he smashes it, and in the process, he uncovers a hidden trap door leading to an underground bunker. Though curious, he decides not to explore it and returns to check on Lynn. To his horror, he finds her unconscious from a blow to the head, and panicking, Tom attempts to leave with her to get help, only to be discovered by Brody, who has come to return his medication. Believing him to be killing again, Brody draws her gun on him, but suddenly she is attacked and murdered by Alex from behind, confirming that Alex had escaped from prison and was not a figment of Tom's imagination. Suddenly, the police video phone suddenly begins to ring, but instead of answering it, Tom destroys the police video phone in order to get help. Alex captures Lynn and prepares to kill her, but Tom bargains for her life by revealing the underground bunker, and intrigued, Alex leaves to investigate. However, before Tom can free Lynn, an embittered Alex returns and attacks him, insisting there was nothing in the bunker, and he prepares to kill Lynn again after handcuffing Tom. Unwilling to witness another murder, Tom summons the strength to free himself and attacks Alex. However, Alex overpowers him and throws him into the underground bunker. Stumbling in the dim light, Tom discovers a safe and a chair positioned in front of a locked glass-walled bedroom, and through the glass, he sees a phone connected to the kitchen line where he had received the strange calls. Suddenly, the phone begins to ring, and when Tom answers, it's Alex on the other end. Alex taunts him and demands he open the safe, threatening Lynn's life if he refuses. Desperate to save her, Tom agrees, but he is startled by an old, emaciated prisoner in the locked room with him. After a moment of panic, he realizes the prisoner is his mother, who did not abandon the family, but was kept chained up by his sadistic father. Her tongue had been cut off, and the garbled calls Tom had been receiving were her attempt to communicate and seek help. Tom frees her and leads her out, only to be met by Alex. Overcome with emotion, Alex tearfully hugs their mother, seemingly reconciling with her, only to suddenly shoot her. Alex then turns back to Tom, demanding he open the safe by threatening to shoot Lynn, and Tom reluctantly complies, opening the safe to reveal a cache of hidden funds. While Alex greedily examines the money, Tom and Lynn seize the opportunity to attack him. A violent struggle ensues, during which wild gunshots shatter the pipes and weaken the ceiling, which cause water from the swimming pool above to flood into the chamber. As the water level rises rapidly, Lynn manages to pull Tom towards safety, and in a final act of defiance, Tom's mother, who is gravely wounded but still alive, chains Alex to a pipe, ensuring he cannot escape and he drown in the flooded chamber. Tom and Lynn stumble out of the house, soaked and shaken, only to be met by police arriving at the scene. An officer approached Tom and asks, "Is this house yours?" and Tom replies, "It is now," and the movie concludes. Okay guys, that's all the recap about Delirium from 2018. Thanks for watching, see you again in the next video.